Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a first weekly trade recap video for 2021. These will be ready to come on a weekly basis moving forward. So let's dig into the trades I took in last week. I entered two additional trades last week and two trades that are still holding. So first trade, Stellar, so XLMUSD here. I think I talked about this since 2 weeks ago, getting closer to the December time. And we've been talking about this higher time frame structure. We know that we have an impulsive phrase, and then we'll have a period of consolidation, period of correctional in the making. And when price was getting to the bottom here, and I mentioned about I like how we had this kind of bearish impulse and then a bullish reversal impulse followed by this kind of continuation correction. This is usually a good sign that we might be able to get bullish activities. And when I made this forecast, I was talking about either potential entry here, but the safer side, in my opinion, will be the breakout followed by correction, which is what happened here. So we had this massive push to the upside, and then for my entry, as I look for these kind of correction after breakout entry, we know that the higher time frame flag is about to finish. We had this lower time frame push to the upside, followed by a lower time frame continuation. So I opt to enter these correction after breakout entry, and even put a pretty wider stop loss. Usually I would just put below the correction, but this time for crypto, I'm fine kind of with a wider stop loss to hold for it more of a long-term approach. So after that, price got take off, and then now we're just forming kind of bigger consolidation. But looking at what the price has already been doing, we had the impulse, we had a correction, we had another impulse. So very shortly now we're going to get another correctional phrase here, and then eventually just continue to the upside. So for now, certainly looking to hold the trade and see what we'll do at the previous top. Um, we know that the previous top we're approaching now, but judging by how aggressive and how impulsively we're moving to the upside, I certainly see this continue to break above and then for continuation to continue higher. All right, so that is Stellar. So that's the first trade I took for the last week. So second trade I want to talk about is Kiwi Dollar. So enter Kiwi Dollar here. I think just above just when the London session is about to start. So let me bring that out to show you guys. So this is actually a trade that I took for the loss. Uh, let's take a look at from a higher time frame perspective. We know that we have been in this overall kind of channel correction. We'll be moving up and down very correctively. And this last bit of the price is more of a kind of extension of the overall price. And I like to see these kind of expansion structure at the top of the overall price action. And I know that since we'll be moving up so much, a correction or a reversal is likely to happen. It's the risk reward that I'm looking for that's going to be pretty good to enter these kind of positions. So I was looking at the kind of lower time frame. I like how we had this kind of ascending channel correctly moving up, and then kind of get a mini double top, and then we had a sharp impulse to break out of that ascending channel. So that's kind of the first confirmation I look for, and then second confirmation I look for is there a continuation, right? So I mentioned about in my streams, I'm not looking for like a 5 minute kind of correction. I'm looking for more something that's deeper, something that's more structurally formed. So at the time when I was looking at this trade, uh, I thought it has a pretty good tendency of a completion of a correction. We push down and then forming like a flag, forming like a channel, but few swing highs and few swings. So at the time, I felt like that was a good potential completion of this correction, and I just set a entry order at the time, and then price just tagged me in, and then after that, nothing really happened. It kind of just bounced back, and then eventually take me out for a full loss before it kind of just continue the structure. So looking back at this trade, I don't think I would have done anything differently. Sometimes that is will happen in trading where what I thought is a completion of a correction, price end up just evolving and then evolving, but eventually still completely regardless. So looking at this, I won't get emotional. I felt like the overall analysis from a higher time frame, from what I'm expecting to at least target, the risk reward is there, and I'm fine with the entries. And now that I've already pushed out, if I continue forward down and then we break the previous low, I might be looking for more entries if that's going to give me a little bit more confirmation that we're going to see a little bit more dollar strength, and that certainly will help Kiwi dollar to continue push down. So that's the second trade from last week, full 1% loss here. Let's go over the positions that are still open from last week or the week before. I'm still in sugar. That still at stop loss at break even. And I mentioned this in my Telegram, is that I want to react to see what the price will do at the previous top. At first, it was breaking up kind of impulsively, and then if we go down to the lower time frame, this correction I thought would be a continuation, but instead we kind of just pushed down, and now we're in this potential head and shoulder now. You can see there's a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. My management plan is as follow. I'm not worried about 1% here. I'm actually just fine with the stop loss at break even. I want to see if we're going to get a deeper correction here, and then we're going to take off after. This is just that last bit of consolidation because we're at that previous swing high now, so it's building up momentum to kind of break through. Or if it's going to just continue down afterwards, take me off for a break even, I'm fine with that because I'm looking for more of a long-term approach. I'm not worried about 1% profit here. I'm looking more on the higher time frame. I like how we're approaching this previous high now. We're breaking, potentially going to break above, and if we do, there's a lot more room to the upside for potential. So that's kind of my management plan, and I've already accept that's going to do. So no emotion whatsoever if it continue downwards or if it continue upwards. So that's how it is for me in trading. So last trade is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is still running very well. Talked about this probably since end of last year, December 29. That's when the trend entered. And continuously, we just be seeing price continuously make continuation correction on the lower time frame. So certainly, price could continue to go up. But what I'm always kind of looking at this kind of trend is that we've been moving up pretty massively already. This is such a impulsive kind of phrase. Sometimes price is likely to just form deeper correction, kind of just consolidate itself before just still taking up afterwards, right? So that's always in the back of my mind when I kind of look at these trades. But personally, I'm still going to hold the trade as long as the bullish price action still remains, as long as we still see that there is no lower time frame kind of bearish momentum. It leads to like a strong bearish push down, and then bearish continuation. Then certainly something like this is not what I want to see, and I might look to potentially move out my stop loss and then just take profit accordingly. Okay, but so far nothing is looking like that. I'm still liking what I'm seeing in the price, and certainly price is still continuously pushing up. So my plan is as simple, right? Just let it hold. I'm happy to leave the position open. Obviously have my stop loss at 1-to-1 and stuff like that, but potentially if any lower time frame continuation that is still moving up, right? There's nothing changes ever since we break out that 20,000 level and the previous high. So anything can happen, so I'm still going to be in speculation mode, just kind of adjusting my stop loss and then moving my alerts accordingly. All right, so update everyone on Bitcoin as we go along. So those are the 4 trades, trade recap for last week. 2 trades were entered last week, and then now still have 3 trades running open. Okay, so I have Sugar, I have Bitcoin, and then Stellar. All right, everyone, so hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will chat with you guys next time. Thank you very much.